students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Children, in the Zoom class what we learned? We learned chapter 3, the trick that did not work. We learned about the jackals and the lion, isn't it children? Okay, yesterday we learned the story of the lion and the jackals, and today I am going to teach you the book exercise. So we'll go into the book exercise. Okay children? Okay children, now we'll go to the book exercise. Take page number 28. Take page number 28 and the B1 we will see. Okay children, fill in the blanks with words from the story. You have to write this fill up is given from the story only. You have to fill in the blanks. Understood children? So see, Jung was the dash of the dash. What you have to write? Jung was the king of the jungle. King of the jungle. His ministers were two jackals. His ministers were two jackals. And their name is what children? They were Chalu and Golu. Chalu and Golu. The jackals were very cunning. They found that the animal that had frightened their king was a big bull. The jackals wanted to keep the lion scared of the bull and the bull afraid of the lion. In the end, jackals realized that those who try to act too clever and fool others end up fooling themselves. See, the jackals tried to cheat the lion, but at last what happened? They have been fooled. Isn't it children? We learned from this story. So we have to write in pencil in neat handwriting. Okay children? Now we'll go to the E. See, fill in the blanks with animal names from the box to complete this similes. Similes means what children? Similes means what? See, a simile is a phrase that describes something by comparing it to something else using words such as like or as. Such as like or as. A simile is a phrase that describes something. See example, as cold as ice, run like a deer. Understood children? See, like is there, here as is there. Can you see this one? Cold as ice, like a deer. So, which describes something by comparing it to something else. The ice is compared to cold. The deer is compared to run, isn't it? Likewise, comparing only is called a simile. So we'll write some exercise. See, purr like a cat. Purr like a cat. You have to choose from the box. Answers from the box given here. As sly as a fox. As sly as a fox. As quiet as a mouse. As quiet as a mouse. Fly like a bird. Fly like a bird. As wise as an owl. As wise as an owl. As strong as a horse. See, can you see here? Like, as, like, as. It's compared to something. It's compared to something else using words. This is called similes. Understood children? Okay. We'll move on to the F1. Find words in the story which mean the same as these words. These words are found out from this book exercise, from the book, which from the lesson from here. See, here we learnt yesterday, no? From here only they have chose. See, most powerful. You have to find this strongest is there or not. The strongest word is in the book itself, isn't it? Most powerful means what? Strongest. Most powerful, strongest. Pleaded. Pleaded means what? Begged. Pleaded means begged. Crafty. Crafty means what? Cunning. Crafty means what? Cunning. Frightened. Frightened means afraid or fearful. You can write afraid or you can write fearful. Animal. Beast. Animal. Beast. Proud, conceited. Proud, conceited. Understood children? These words are taken from the book. These words are taken from the book. Okay children? Okay, children. Now we'll go to the G1. Add capital letters where required to these sentences. There we have to place the capital letters, children. See, a correct sentence always begins with a capital letter. While starting, or the sentence always begins with the capital letters. We also use capital letters for the names of people, specific places and things, months and days of the week. Understood? Listen carefully, children. Where and all you have to use capital letters. Always you have to, the correct sentence always starts with a capital letter, and we also use capital letters for the names of people, places, things, months and days of the week. Days of the week always you have to write in capital letter, and the months and the places and all you have to use capital letters. So we'll see this exercise. First, Mohini is my friend and neighbor. See, Mohini, small m has come. What you have to put, children? Capital M. What you have to put? Capital M. And coming to the second one, small w is there. We are traveling to England. For England also small e is given. England is the name of a place. So what you have to write, children? Starting letter capital W, and for England also what you have to write? Capital E. Don't forget. Third one, would you like to watch a movie on Saturday? See, capital starting letter capital W, and see Saturday, days of the week always starts in capital letter. Understood, children? And the fourth one, my kitten Bella will be a year old in May. See, my starting letter capital M, and Bella is a name. Bella is a name. So what you have to write? Capital B. And May. May is a month. Month of the year. So you have to write capital M. Don't forget. While reading itself you can find out. Understood? And the fifth one, my parents moved to Mumbai from Kolkata. So what you have to write? Starting letter capital M, and Mumbai is a place, capital M, and Kolkata is also a name, place. So what you have to write? Capital K. And the sixth one, Salim and Uday are my best friends at school. So Salim and Uday both are the names, and this is a starting letter. So what you have to write, children? Capital S and capital U. Understood, children? You have to write, strike it out with a pencil and write the capital letters and the above as I have written. Okay, children? Okay, we'll go to the H1. Some nouns have been underlined in these sentences. Write C for countable or U for uncountable. Okay, children? See, what are countable, children? What are countable? What are countable? See, nouns which can be counted are called countable noun. Nouns that which can be counted. Nouns which can be counted are called countable nouns. These can be singular or plural. These can be singular or plural. Example, lion, tree, jungle. These and all you can count. These and all you can count, isn't it, children? So this is called countable noun. And nouns which cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. Which cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. They include the things and feelings which cannot be counted. See, example, food. Can you count the food, children? No. Water, can you count? No. Pride. Pride means what? Perumai will say, isn't it? Can you count that one? No. So like this one which cannot be counted is uncountable. So we'll find some things. The jackals were very clever. See, jackals has been underlined. So jackals, can you count or not? You can count. So I have written C. They hardly did any work. Work, can you count the work, children? No. So U, uncountable. Alpana would like to buy a rose. Rose can be counted. So C. Here, I like to eat rice for dinner. Can you count the rice, children? No, you can't count. So uncountable. Please don't waste electricity. Can you count electricity? No, we can't count. So it's uncountable. Switch off the lights. Can you count the lights? No, so it's uncountable. Understood, children? Can you, not only these sentences, you can find out some other sentences also. Okay, children? And now next one. Circle the countable nouns and underline the uncountable nouns. We have learnt here, isn't it? What all countable and what are uncountable. So they have given here some 4 sentences. You have to circle the countable and underline the uncountable noun. So first one, the king had 2 ministers. So king also you can count and ministers also you can count. So what you have to put? You have to circle. You have to circle. And the second one, there are books on the shelf that I haven't read. There are books on the shelf that I haven't read. So books also you can count and shelf also you can count. Third one, Aditi poured some milk into a glass and took an apple from the bowl. See, can you count the milk, children? No. So I have underlined. Glass you can count, so I have circled. Apple you can count, so I have circled. Bowl you can count, so I have circled. Coming to the fourth one, Darpan prefers rice to rotis. Rice to rotis. So rice you can't count, so I have underlined, and rotis you can count, so I have circled. Understood, children? Okay, children, now J. Circle the nouns of the common gender and underline those of the neuter gender. Now first we have to see what is common gender and then neuter gender. See, common gender means what, children? See, nouns such as cousin and teacher. Cousin belongs to male or female, isn't it? For both we use cousin. For teacher also, for male teacher and female teacher also we use teacher only, we say, isn't it? So like that wise doctor, that refer to living things either male or female are said to be common genders. Oh, understood, children? Common gender means cousin, teacher, doctor, that belongs to the male or female. The same word only we use for male and female. Understood, children? That is called common gender. And neuter gender means nouns such as tree and piano that refer to non-living things. These refer to non-living things, neither male or not female, are said to be neuter gender. This is living being, living things, and this is non-living things. That is called neuter gender. So what you have to do? You have to circle the common gender and underline the neuter gender. See now, number 1, what are the words given? Boxer, gloves, mother, computer, town. See, boxer, that is called what? Common gender. Common gender. This is common gender for male and female. So we have circled. And the gloves, computer, town. These are non-living things. What we have did? We have underlined. Understood, children? This is called neuter gender. Okay, we'll see the next one. Okay. Grandfather, husband, cousin, wood, pen. See, grandfather and all, it only refers the male, isn't it? Husband also only the male. It doesn't represents both male or female. So we have to neglect that one. Cousin is a common gender, and wood and pen is a neuter gender. Coming to the third one, boy, girl, teenager. Teenager belongs to either male or female. So we have common gender. So we have circled this one. Understood? Sister, wife. This all belongs to the female. So we neglect. Fourth one, book, princess, duchess, lord, ruler. So what? Book is a neuter gender. Book is a neuter gender, and ruler is a common gender. Ruler is a common gender. Fifth one, wife, milk, actress, doctor, emperor. So milk is a neuter gender and doctor is a common gender. So I have circled. Understood, children? Okay. Coming to the last one. Complete these funny riddles by changing the nouns within the brackets into possessive nouns. You have to change it into the possessive nouns. Possessive nouns means what? Possessive nouns are nouns that show possession or ownership. Possession or ownership. To make the possessive form of singular nouns, we use an apostrophe. We always use the apostrophe with an S. See, can you see? A boxer's gloves, a girl's eyes, a lion's roar. A lion's roar. Likewise, we are going to see here. See, what is a dash favorite medicine? Antibiotics. And what is given here? Ant. So, what you have to write? Ants. What is an ant's favorite medicine? Antibiotics. Understood, children? Likewise, what is your dash name? I don't know. He won't tell me. So, what? Your dog is given. So, what you have to write? Dogs. What is your dog's name? Apostrophe. Don't forget to put apostrophe. And the third one, what is a dash favorite breakfast? Marmalade on toast. Mermaid. Mermaid means what you have to write? What is a mermaid's apostrophe and yes, favorite breakfast? Why is a dash hair sticky? It uses a honeycomb. B. Why is a bee's hair sticky? Because it uses a honeycomb. What is a dash favorite drink? Demonade. Demon. What you have to? What is a demon's favorite drink? Apostrophe, comma and yes. Understood, children? Don't forget. Okay, children. Now we'll go to the notebook. See, you have to write lesson 3. The trick that did not work. New words: handsome, ministers, cunning, loyal, arrogant, pale, craftily, terrible, gentleness, exertion. Understood, children? Okay, we'll move on to the synonyms. Write the synonyms. Fiery eyes. Fiery eyes means what? Angry eyes. Arrogant, proud. While teaching itself, I have explained this one. Okay, children? Below. The low sound made by an animal. Below, the low sound made by an animal. Craftily, cleverly. In tow, following close behind. Conceited, proud. Exhaustion, tiredness. Revived, woke up after fainting. Okay, here 3 question answers are given. See, hereafter question answer will be too big only. Don't feel, oh, Miss has given too big. No, you have to study because ICC is not like metric. So, you have to learn that one. So, okay, don't feel hard. If you practice to write again and again, it will be easy for you. Okay, children? Okay. Why did the jackals become arrogant? The jackals became arrogant because Jung looked after them, fed them, and took them along wherever he went. As a result, they hardly did any work. They did not have to fight their enemies, nor did they have to hunt for food like other animals. They grew fat on whatever Jung killed. Understood, children? Why they became arrogant? The jackals did not do any work. They did not do any work. They were belonging to the lion. So they became very arrogant. Okay, children? Coming to the second one. What did the jackals tell the lion about the bull? About the bull, what the jackal said to the lion? The jackals told Jung that the creature that was making all the noise was only a bull. But the bull was no ordinary bull. He was a messenger of the gods. And the gods themselves had granted him permission to roam wherever he pleased. They were telling wrong about the bull to the lion because they want to be with the lion. So what they were telling extra things about the bull to the lion. What trick did the jackals try to play on the lion and the bull? Why? The trick was to keep the lion scared of the bull. The trick was to keep the lion scared of the bull. And the bull afraid of the lion. They made both the animals to be scared of on each other, so that they will be getting a bad impression on each other. So they were making like that cunning trick they were making. They played the trick to keep the lion completely in their power and make him agree to anything they said. And they expected the bull to soon be in their power too. They want the lion and the bull to be under their control, so that they can rule and they can be very happy. They no need to work anything, they don't want to do. They were cheating the lion. But at last what happened, children? They were be fooled by the bull and the lion, isn't it? So we should not fool anyone. We should not fool anyone. Okay, children, you have to write neatly. You have to write neatly. See, black pen, blue, and I have underlined after each question. Understood, children? You have to write neatly as I have written. Okay, children, we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.